Will ever get blinded by an oncoming car and you know they don't have their high beams on?
Steve from Trago, Wisconsin, and Craig from Brooklyn Center did, so they wrote to us wanting to know, are headlights getting brighter? That's a good question for Heather Brown.
Are we crazy? Are headlights brighter than they used to be?
I think they are.
It is. It's brighter.
You see them coming. Yeah. They kind of like, wow.
Ever since about 2000 or so, they've all started getting brighter and brighter every year.
Most cars used to have yellowish halogen headlights. Now, lots of car makers have switched to whiter, high-intensity lights.
Soon they're all going to LEDs.
I mean, this is $100. This is $20. What's the benefit of having this?
Safer. I mean, you can see a lot more.
And I prefer it because it's easier to see.
Federal regulations say high beams can't be brighter than the equivalent of 75,000 candles, and low beams between 20 and 30,000. Halogens, high intensity, and LED lights all give off that level of candle power. It's just the newer, whiter, bluer lights appear more intense.
Why do our eyes prefer yellow light to white light or bluish light?
Yellow light is a longer wavelength, so it passes through the structures of the eye without much difficulty.
Blue and white lights have a shorter wavelength.
It scatters more. The light travels in many directions, and it's that scatter that we perceive as glare.
It becomes more pronounced in our 40s and 50s.
Well, it's distracting, I know that.
When the lenses in our eyes start to change.
Most emails you receive are probably from folks our age.
There are also more SUVs and trucks out there that sit higher on the road.
Fill up, flood your car with brightness.
And one study found 60% of headlights aren't aimed exactly right.
Why are so many misaimed?
Our wonderful Minnesota roads, potholes, or if you're in a fender bender.
I mean, it just takes half a degree for it to be off.
Yep. Yeah, it's only just a quarter of a turn and it'll affect everything.
What I usually do, I focus on the right side of the road.
I usually flip my little mirror up.
Heather Brown.
You just have to flash the headlight item sometimes.
WCCO 4 News.
In Minnesota, the law says that you have to turn down your high beams when you approach a car within 1,000 feet.
If you're coming up behind them, it's 200 feet. You can share your good question right now with Heather on Facebook or Twitter.